Our family's doing something really unique for us this year. We are heading to Disney for Christmas. It is Christmas Eve and our flight leaves in a couple of hours. We are going as far as Halifax tonight, and then we're getting on the first flight tomorrow morning straight to Orlando. We should be in the parks by around 11 o'clock, and we're so excited. So come with us as we unwrap what Disney is like on Christmas Day. We decided to head as far as Halifax on the first night to have an overnight there, just to give us a little bit of a buffer and make sure that we were going to be able to get out on Christmas morning.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
We stayed at the Alt Hotel, which is connected to the Halifax airport, so it was really, really convenient for us. We got a decent night's sleep and woke up early the next day to get ready for our Disney adventure.
Maisie, what day is it?
It's Christmas.
What time is it?
Like 5:30
In the morning?
a.m.
Where are we?
in Halifax Airport. We're to go to Disney.
Staying inside the airport makes it easy to get up in the morning and head to your gate. We were able to do customs in the Halifax airport, which is really convenient. It's not as busy as some of the bigger airports. Anyone who hasn't flown into MCO Orlando Airport may not be aware that there is almost like a monorail that you have to take in order to get to the baggage area. So make sure you look for that when you get off your plane. So we had a ridiculous amount of luggage. For anyone who follows my Facebook page, you will know I am what I like to call a procrastinator. When it comes to planning a trip, I like to do everything except for the packing, and that tends to wait till the last minute, and then I overpack. To make our lives a little bit easier, we decided to book Away We Go transfers. This service is incredible. I book it for a lot of my clients. They're super reliable. They're easy to get in touch with when I need to. They're really helpful and flexible when they need to be. We texted them once we had our bags, and they were there within less than a minute, ready to pick us up. The driver was friendly and helpful, and we arrived very quickly to our resort. There was no traffic on the road because, again, it was Christmas Day. We arrived at the beautiful Beach Club Resort, which we chose because of its proximity to Epcot. It is right next door. You cannot get closer to Epcot than staying at Beach Club. So we dropped our bags off and we scanned into the park. We took a few minutes to look around, but mostly we headed straight for our first ride of the trip, which was Guardians of the Galaxy. I had pre-booked an individual Lightning Lane. Guys, this ride was empty compared to what it normally is. We waited 0 minutes, we got right into the pre-show, and didn't wait very long once we were inside. This is our favorite ride, so it was pretty fun to be able to do this together on Christmas. And then it was time for family. Our family was about an hour behind us, and they found us in Epcot. It was a pretty sweet little reunion.
Hello, what is your name?
Everly.
And how do you know me?
We're cousins.
Yes, and where are we?
Disney World.
Who else is here with you?
My little brother, he's a torturer.
And are you excited?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
We had a few minutes to kill before our dinner reservation, so we decided to do Living with the Land. It didn't have a very long wait. It has really, really cute Christmas overlays. Several rides at Disney do overlays for special holidays. There were Christmas scenes set up, Christmas lights, Christmas vignettes. It was adorable.
Don't bring me into this.
Then we hit the Moana section, Journey of Water. It's super fun for kids. It's a good way to pass some time. It was nice and warm. You can tell by the way we're dressed and that the kids were playing in the water.
Wave to it.
The Canadian Pavilion is somewhere we always like to swing by. My daughter likes to go ask the staff where they come from and find out a little bit more about their part of Canada. There's often live entertainments. It's nice to stop by and hear some sounds from home. We had a late lunch booked at Les Chefs de France. This was booked as a dining package for the Candlelight Processional. So this means we had a prefix menu, which included a beverage, an entree, and a dessert. It also then included reserved priority seating at the Candlelight Processional, which on Christmas Day is something you're going to want to do because that is one of the most popular things happening at Disney on Christmas. The food was delicious. Our waiter was really, really friendly and helpful, and it was just a fantastic experience. I definitely recommend it. We only had a couple minutes wait before we were able to go in and be seated for the Candlelight Processional. We had our choice of seats. We chose front row, so the view was a tiny bit obstructed, but it was amazing to be right in the middle of the music.
Welcome this evening's special guest narrator, Edward James Olmos.
In the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin who was betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. The time came for her to give birth. She gave birth to her firstborn son, wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. Peace on earth, goodwill to all.
As soon as the processional was over, we headed to Animal Kingdom. Because we're staying at a deluxe resort, we get deluxe extended hours. Typically, this happens twice per week, Mondays and Wednesdays. During our stay, it just so happened that it was on a Wednesday and the after hours were at Animal Kingdom. This was an extra 2 hours after the park closes, where the park remains open only for deluxe resort guests. So we scanned in just after 7 o'clock. The hours were for 7 to 9. We were able to ride Dinosaur, which is going extinct next year. It's closing down and being replaced by something else. So it was fun to be able to ride that. It was my nephew's first ride ever, and he just keeps talking about the dinosaur ride, and he wants to go back.
Styracosaurus.
Not our dino. Like a bunch of random stuff happening. Where there's like Jason Bourne and...
Then we headed over to Everest, which is one of my family's favorite rides. And we actually rode that twice back to back. It was a walk-on, there was 0 wait. There was nobody in the park. We were actually really surprised. I was expecting that even the deluxe hours might be a little bit busier just because it was Christmas Day, but it was really, really quiet. This is typically one of the busier areas of the park. This is kind of that central hub area, and there was almost nobody there. Then we headed over to Pandora. First, we rode the Navi River ride, which is beautiful, and then we went to Flight of Passage. Flight of Passage is the most popular ride at Animal Kingdom and typically has up to a 2, sometimes even a 3-hour wait. So to be able to walk onto this ride was worth every penny of staying at a deluxe resort for that night. We were able to accomplish so much at Animal Kingdom in that 2-hour period that it meant the next day we didn't have to rope drop, we didn't have to pay for lightning lanes, we were able just to sleep in, get up, head to the park, and enjoy the exhibits and the safari without too much waiting around and without any stress. So what would I say about Christmas at Disney? Everyone's experience is going to be totally different. It's going to depend on what park you go to, what your family enjoys, what you're used to, your level of experience traveling. My family is really well experienced in Disney travel, so we kind of knew what to expect in the parks. We also had a solid plan in place, and I think that would be key for anybody who wants to be in Disney on Christmas Day. It's definitely something you can do. It's something that can be super magical, and it's something that could be really, really exciting. You just want to have a good plan in place. Our plan to come to Epcot was perfect. The park was really, really slow that day. The Candlelight Processional was absolutely the most beautiful way to experience Christmas. We experienced the Christmas story with live music that was out of this world, incredibly well performed. It was really special. We also met up with family here, and that made things even more special. The ability to go to Animal Kingdom for those deluxe extra hours was like the icing on the cake for Christmas Day for us. So doing Christmas Day at Disney is something you can absolutely do. It can be totally magical and amazing, and I would be happy to help you plan that if it's something that you're interested in doing.